Hey guys, it's Holly. Welcome back. If you're new here, thanks for being here. And I'm doing a quick video on LASIK eye surgery and my personal review after having LASIK eye surgery about 14 and a half months ago. It was February of 2021 when I had LASIK eye surgery. And I want to just briefly explain why I did it and kind of what led me into doing that. So, essentially, to put it briefly, I started wearing glasses when I was 12. I started wearing contacts when I was about 15. By the time I was 14 or 15, I couldn't see well enough anymore to just kind of like carry my glasses around and use them as needed, because that was what I did for the first few years of having glasses. So my vision just kept getting worse. I had astigmatism in one eye, and then by the time I hit my early mid-20s, I had astigmatism in the other eye, and it just kept getting worse and worse. So I was doing good with contacts for quite a few years, and then when I was about 25, I'm 31 now, so it's about 6 years ago, I started having issues with contacts. Like, no matter what brand I tried, no matter what kind of artificial tears I used or any kind of products, my eyes would reject my contacts. Like, they just started rejecting my contacts. And I went through a period where I was getting pink eye, like conjunctivitis all the time. I was getting really severe, bad, horrible eye infections, sometimes when I would wear contacts. And it got to a point where I just really couldn't wear them. I was having to wear my glasses a lot, and I feel like my eyes kind of like make my face, I just really like my eyes, and that's not me being cocky. I just think that I want my eyes to be seen by the world. And so I was having to wear my glasses at least half the time, if not more. And when I was wearing my contacts, I was literally wearing one in my eye, like one contact at a time. So like one day I might wear one in my left eye, and one day I might wear one in my right eye. But very rarely could I wear both at the same time, and if I did, I was in for some serious discomfort that night and the next day or two, and then I wouldn't be able to wear contacts for like close to a week after that. So it was just not a pretty experience at all. And so finally I thought about LASIK, and I was like, why not? Why not just do it? I've had so much trouble. And so I did my research, and it's so affordable these days. You can finance it. You can do anywhere from like a 6-month plan or a 1-year plan all the way up to like, I think it goes all the way up to like a 4 or 5-year financing plan. I don't know. But these days they make it so easy to do. It's a very quick procedure. So as far as my experience in terms of how I'm doing a year after, I do highly recommend it to most people. I think you should definitely do your research, make an informed decision, because there are some risks that can happen. Yes, definitely. And you want to be aware of that. They are very rare. They are very few and far between, but they can for sure happen. And so I've known quite a few people that have had LASIK eye surgery. The only person I know that's had a problem is one of my old clients, and he had LASIK in one eye because his other eye was fine. And something ended up happening after the procedure, and he ended up having to wear like an eye patch for a while. And the last I checked, he had resolved the issue, but I know it was an issue for a while. It was just really weird. Like, it wasn't like he was blinded in the eye. It was just like something was wrong with it. And that went on for a while. But last I checked, he was perfectly fine. So I'm hoping that issue did resolve. There are, of course, some horror stories online. But basically, the LASIK eye surgery, you go into it. It's a really quick and easy procedure. And the scariest part, like, they put this numbing solution in your eyes to numb your eyes, and the scariest part is just when they like open the eyes and you can feel pressure on your eyeball because they're holding it open with their machines or whatever, and you just look into the light, and the laser essentially burns off a small portion of your cornea, And I did a separate video on this right after I had the procedure done, so that's something you could look at as well. Um, but yeah, the procedure itself was not bad. Afterwards, my eyes just felt really scratchy and irritated for the rest of the day. Um, and then I think it was like a couple days after that, it was kind of the same thing. But right away, my vision was like so drastically different, and I was like, wow. Like, I literally sat up from the procedure, and the doctor was like, look at that sign over there, can you see it? And I was like, wow. Like, and no more glasses and contacts. But the cool thing is with LASIK, where at the surgical center where I went, you have like a 100% lifetime guarantee or whatever. So if you ever need retreatments or anything like that, which that can definitely occur later in life, it's all covered. You don't have to pay anything out of pocket. And so essentially I really like that, just knowing that in the future I don't have to pay for any retreatment. And yeah, so the only issue that I have that I would complain about is I do have kind of like a chronic dry eye problem, and they do tell you that after you have the surgery, you will probably experience some type of dry eyes, and so therefore you're supposed to use artificial tears. And right after the procedure, you're supposed to use them pretty much constantly throughout the day for like, I think it's 4 or 5 months. And then after that, you just kind of use your own judgment as to how much you think you need to use. And so at first, I tried to just really go without them. But after a couple months, I started having problems. So then I just started using like once a day, but I've experimented twice a day. I've experimented with using them multiple times a day. But I found for me the best thing is to just use one drop in each eye 3 times a day. And that's just what works for me. So definitely, if you're gonna have the procedure, artificial tears, you really have to have them on hand anywhere and everywhere. Every time I travel, they're everywhere. They're in my makeup bag, they're in my purse, they're in my wallet, they are in my bathroom, my car, anywhere and everywhere. I have these. So anyways, yeah, so that's really the only thing I have to say is the chronic dry eye. Yes, it's bothersome. If I don't use the artificial tears, yes, it absolutely sucks. But I mean, apart from that, it's just really not a problem. Like, I just go about my life, and I've been really glad and really thankful to have had it done. Like I say, I do recommend it. I have not had any problems or any complications. I will say my vision is not perfect. I don't know that I have 20/20, but I know it's close enough. And I know that it's good enough that I don't need glasses or contacts, and I'm happy with it. So, like with anything, there's never really like 100% guarantee that everything is going to go smoothly and that you're going to have perfect vision, because for some people, the results are just not the same for everyone. Some people are not going to get a 20/20 result. Some people get better than a 20/20 result. Me, I did not get quite a 20/20 result, but I'm happy with that. It did not fix my night vision. I still have some issues with night vision. It's not bad enough that like I can't drive at night or anything like that. It's just I have to be more careful, and I see a lot more like the lights just look a little bit more funky, you know. But a lot of people are like that, especially when they get older. But I have just kind of always been that way, especially over the last 10 years, I'd say. So I'm just extra careful, and yeah, that's really about it. So it didn't do anything for my night vision, but they also tell you sometimes it can actually make your night vision worse, which fortunately it did not for me. It just pretty much stayed the same. But anyways, I do hope that this helps a little bit. This is just my personal experience. Again, do your own research, make an informed decision if you're thinking about having laser eye surgery. Make sure you pick a reputable center, reputable doctor, and all that good stuff. And I went to the Lasik, I don't even remember what it was called, but yeah, I did mine at the Lasik Eye Center in Plano, Texas, which is just north of Dallas, Texas. So if you live in the DFW area, I highly recommend going there. They were absolutely superb, and yeah, and they treat you just like family. So anyways, I will see you guys in my next video tomorrow. Bye.